So today we're making mushroom quesadillas. That is one of my favorite dishes when I was growing up in Mexico, and it's made with wild mushrooms, plum, a little bit of garlic and cascabel chili salsa, and pickled onions with scotch bonnet. In the highway from Cuernavaca, that is my hometown, to Mexico City, there is a place called Tres Marias. That is literally a place in the middle of the highway where these ladies come out with these plates, with like plastic plates of really colorful plates, and they just like wave at you. And they are all quesadilla restaurants. So different quesadilla restaurants, they serve the same thing, mushroom quesadillas and quesadillas. You always kind of wish that your dad wants to make time for you to stop. And then you stop there, you have the quesadilla, the cheese melts, and then you have these amazing mushrooms, the smell of the mountains, and the fresh air of the forest is really a big nostalgic memory for me. Every time that I go back to Mexico, I go to that place and I have as many quesadillas as I can. We're gonna start with our masa. Traditionally, we use corn. If you buy masa harina, that is the flour, you just use the same amount of masa harina and water and mix it all together and knead it until you get a texture that is probably similar like Play-Doh. So it gets nice and elastic, and then after that you make like some sort of cylinder shape of about like 40-50 grams, and then press it, put it on the pan. When you have your filling ready, you're gonna flip it, put the filling in there, and then fold it. Next, we're gonna go with our filling. Our filling is made with wild mushrooms, black trumpets, head yolk, and winter chanterelles. We're gonna start with the head yolk first, that they have a little bit more of a like tougher texture. You take a brush, you can buy a mushroom brush, and then just gently clean the mushrooms with the brush. It's very important to clean our mushrooms because sometimes they can have little branches or sticks or bugs. It's nature. You can wash the mushrooms as well, but then the problem is that you're gonna absorb a little bit too much water. We cut them in 1 centimeter thickness slices, and we're gonna put them in our pan until they get color in one side. Then slice some onions. It's very important that the onions are really thinly sliced, and put them on top. And they're gonna be like sweating and caramelizing on top. After that, we're gonna add our garlic, also really thin slices, so it's like really quick. It gets cooked really quickly, and you don't get this like raw garlic flavor. After that, we push all the mushroom and the onions and the garlic to the side of the pan, and in the other side of the pan we add a little bit more oil, and we're gonna add our winter chanterelles and black trumpets that they've been shredded. So what we want is to get these mushrooms just warm, to get all the flavors together, but without cooking them too much, because what you're gonna do is cook those mushrooms with the whole mix when they are inside of our quesadilla. A lot of people don't know that Mexican food used to be pretty much vegetarian, vegan based. With the conquer and all the others, all the influence from Europe, we got pork and dairy and all these things that make Mexican food really complex and delicious. But I really like, and I get quite a lot of inspiration from indigenous Mexican cooking. Now is season of plums, so I'm very excited to make a salsa with plums instead of tomatoes. Cut the plums in half and then in quarters. You take a pan, really hot pan, and you add some oil. You're gonna sprinkle a little bit of cascabel chili. You can use any of the dry chilies that you have at home. I like the cascabel because it's quite sweet and not too spicy. You put the chilies without seeds on the pan for them to get a little bit roasted. Then after that, you add some garlic, your plums, and then take it off the heat. You don't really need to cook the plum so much. And we're gonna sprinkle some herbs. So we have savory, lemon balm, and Mexican marigold today that are also aromatic herbs that you can use, thyme, rosemary, whatever you have in your garden. And then after that, you can blend your sauce in the mortar. I really like the idea of kind of working for your sauce. So we are working to get that sauce blended. And I think there's something about the labor of love of cooking that makes things taste better. And then after that, adjust with a little bit of elderflower syrup or any sort of honey or any sweetness that you can have, and then a bit of salt, and that's what you have. It's amazing salsa made with plums and cascabel chili. It's good to have some sort of texture on the dish, so we're doing just some pickled red onions with scotch bonnet, really traditional. Ixnipec is the name in Mayan in Mexico. Heat up a pan really hot, put the onions and slices of Scotch bonnet as well in it, add some water, boil really quickly, and when the water evaporates, you put that on a bowl and dress it with some lemon juice or lime juice. I'm using fermented gooseberry juice. So just to finish up, we're gonna cook our tortillas in the pan, flip them twice, and then the stringy cheese, sprinkle the mushroom mix that we did, fold it, and just be patient to get this beautiful caramelized outside in the tortilla and in the quesadilla, and melted cheese inside that will cook the mushrooms that we're missing cooking. And then to serve, just open the quesadilla, finish with a splash of the salsa and the pickles, close it back together, and enjoy. Quality is not something like overly luxurious. It's about things that are made with craft and respect. This decision making of, I'm gonna use this ingredient, I'm gonna use this presentation, and I'm gonna use this flavor. I'm gonna put things together with community and with their hands, you know. So yeah, the craft of cooking.